I'm not talking about a drink. I'm talking a rather short but very useful acronym that I like to keep in mind when I plan my English lessons. Hello everyone, Luis here. Welcome to World of ELT. Today I want to share with you an acronym that I like to keep in mind when I plan my English lessons. And this is especially useful when I feel I have little freedom in what I bring to the classroom, perhaps because the place where I teach has chosen a textbook for me, or I'm required to teach certain content during the course or semester. The acronym is MOCA. Yep, that sounds tasty indeed. Let's talk about it in more detail. So, what is MOCA anyways? Well, it stands for modify, omit, choose, and add. These words help me decide what to use or not to use from a textbook in any given lesson, so I can effectively achieve the learning objective of the day. Okay, let's see MOCA in action. Let's imagine I have to teach this lesson on daily routines. If you have been in this field for a while now, I don't think it will be hard to imagine, since most of us have done a lesson on daily routines or morning routines at some point. If you're getting started in the teaching, don't worry, it will happen sooner than later, I promise you. In the first part of the lesson, I would like students to have a chance to use their background knowledge and find connections with the topic of the day. I also want students to potentially encounter new information, and in this case the expressions to say approximate time. I see at exercise 3A, I see that it's really interesting, though I might not be able to have time to go through it in a 45-minute lesson, so at this point I'm going to have to omit it. However, exercise 3B, it says make it personal and do a class survey. I think this will be more interesting for my students, and I'm going to choose this activity to help them activate their background knowledge and introduce them to the topic of the day. Now moving on to exercise 4A, which is a simple matching the pictures and phrases activity. I see that is directly connected with exercise 4B, which is listen and say the action after the audio. And this is where we can shake up things a little bit and make the lesson way more interesting. So at this point, I am going to ask students to keep their books closed. I am going to play the audio for exercise 4B, and they will have a chance to guess what the actions are just based on the sounds. Here's a sample of what I am talking about. When students hear this, they should be able to guess wake up. They will be able to check their answers afterwards when they open their books with exercise 4A. So, in this sense, we have modified the activities in our book to better serve our learning objective. Next, let's take a look at exercise 4C and 4D. Now, I feel like between these two, there is something missing. The flow of the lesson breaks between students just encountering the expressions and actually using them in a conversation in pairs. So I am going to add an extra activity between C and D to make it better and to have a better flow. I want students to be able to remember the information more easily by having some meaningful repetition. In order to accomplish this, I am going to bring some flashcards, pictures, or maybe a worksheet that I find online so they can practice these expressions more. And I know what you're thinking. Luis, are you going to include exercise E and F in this lesson? It's Mr. Bean. And unfortunately for this one, I am not going to be able to include it, but I'm going to give my students something to look forward to. I'm going to tell them that next time we meet, we're going to watch a video clip of Mr. Bean and his morning routine. So, there you go. MOCA. Well, thank you for joining me today. If you like this episode, please consider subscribing and remember to share it with all of your friends. Thank you for watching and see you next time.